Hello, everyone. Meteorologist Hutch Johnson joining you up. Coming up, we have some big time changes after temperatures well into the 70s to near 80 degrees are undergoing a huge change right now. Now, there's a chance of rain, there's a chance of thunderstorms, even a couple of flakes in the forecast, maybe even more than flakes in the forecast. I'll have all of the scary details as Halloween draws near coming up next.
Now, a Hutch's weather update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson, brought to you by Robert Gibb and Sons.
All right, thanks for joining me. My fine sponsors at Robert Gibb and Sons have something they'd like to share with first responders. If you're a first responder, you can get $400 off of any new system. Call Robert Gibb and Sons today for all of the details. Now let's talk a little bit about our wild weather. We're going to start with what's going on right now, and we'll go through some of the details about what you can expect as we head into the next couple of days, because a cold front is coming through. Some of us will have a high temperature for your Tuesday at 12:01 a.m. Mark your clocks. It's about time. Let's get right to the details and what you need to know with what's happening now in the radar. Look at this. A lot of quiet weather through the Dakotas, a shower and thunderstorm line pushing out of Omaha, Nebraska, and in towards Iowa, western and northern Kansas, and much of eastern portions of Kansas and soon to be Missouri. Now, as you look out towards Montana, some other things are going on. We have all kinds of nonsense going on in the elevated terrain. We have snow north of Kalispell. We do have some mixed precipitation, even in the heat of the day, with showers moving into Great Falls, Montana. It's this cold front that's heading our way that's going to bring some of this change that we're talking about in our weather. Now, as we go through the next 24 hours, here's what you need to know. There's going to be a timing difference in when the storm reaches your area and what's going to be happening. And for the latest on that, let's go ahead and take a look at a forecast model here for you. So we're loading that up right now, and let's get right to that. First thing you need to keep in mind is that tonight's going to continue to be quite quiet across the Dakotas. Now notice southern South Dakota, not far from Mitchell, a chance of seeing some showers and rumbles of thunder. A couple of those storms in the Central Plains could be strong to severe. Here's the mixed bag of nonsense and tomfoolery making its way out of the big sky country of Montana. Hey, as a reminder, because sometimes Hutch doesn't remember this off the top, but drop me a comment. Let me know where you are watching from. If you do have a weather question, I try to address those as well. So you're always welcome to be part of the broadcast right here on Hutch's Weather. So thanks to everybody who's watching right now. I see we have quite a few of you out there. And again, check this out. Let's set things into motion now. The first thing you're going to notice is that we'll have a chance of these showers in South Dakota. Notice central Minnesota, a few clouds. That's about it. Can't rule out a sprinkle drop or two. Now in Brandon, Manitoba, as we head towards midnight and beyond, we start to see a little wave out ahead of the main cold front making its way self known. A few more clouds and some spotty precipitous precipitation possible from that. So the main event doesn't happen, or does it? Let's check out the timing. Now, as we go to sleep tonight, things will be quiet for most. And then look what starts happening as we head into the early morning hours here. Pausing this at around 7 in the morning, you're going to see widespread showers in and around that Minot zone. We definitely need the moisture there. So from Bottineau through Minot, Kenmare, all of you having a decent chance of some healthy showers, while it will be snowing in the elevated terrain out near Calgary and Regina. So Saskatchewan getting in on the game out there. Look at this. International Falls to Bemidji in the Red Lakes area having a chance for a few spotty showers or rumbles of thunder. The risk of severe is very, very low. Don't worry about that, but some much needed rain for some of us. Now we'll put this back into motion here as we head into the morning hours, highlighting that West Hope area here as we zoom in, and Mohall, some other areas that would be seeing some chances of showers, including the Tolna area and the Bottineau area. Rugby, showers moving in on you. And in Langdon to Devil's Lake, there could be a few showers passing through. That's that wave ahead of the storm. Look at this as we go toward the mid-morning hours. Some showers and thunderstorms ahead of the main cold front. Here comes a cold front and a wind switcheroo from southerly to northwesterly. And that's the cool pool moving in as we head into the afternoon. So falling temperatures from around noon here in Fargo and the rest of the day. And then did you see that snow up near Winnipeg? Look at these streamers coming through. On the backside, there could be several narrow bands of snow that develop this time of the year. By the way, one of the most favoritist places for these bands to develop is on the downwind side of these large bodies of water. So keep that in mind as we go through. So once again, as I try to fast forward this to the end here, what you're going to notice is that we do have that chance of a few flurries of snow very early on your Wednesday morning. Now, let's take a look at some of the forecast facts, shall we? As you start your Tuesday morning, we'll have the northwesterly winds kicking in. Look at the cold pool moving out of the big sky country of northeast Montana. So from Glasgow through Wolf Point and on in towards Crosby, temperatures not far from the upper 30s. Elsewhere, more of a southerly or southwesterly wind, keeping things very mild with increasing clouds. By morning, we're going to have a chance of a few showers moving through the central Dakotas. Pardon me, I have a frog in my throat. Yep, ribbit. I told him to get out. Okay, here we go. South winds, temperatures in the mid and upper 50s to near 60 degrees here in the valley, but it'll be changing out to the west. So for our western counties, in the Devil's Lake Basin, your high will happen at midnight tonight, and all of the rest of the day, temperatures will be steady to slowly falling. Here in the valley, we'll see temperatures that peak at midnight, and we're going to be well into the 60s at midnight tonight. And we'll fall down, and by the morning, we'll be near 60 to those upper 50s. And then we will only see temperatures maybe stay steady or lurch up a couple of degrees as we head toward the midday hour. And then after that, we jump off that thermal cliff, right? So things will be going. So here's a snapshot then of what things look like temperature-wise and conditions-wise across the area as we head into around the 5 o'clock hour in the afternoon. You're going to see that blue pool of cool nonsense working its way all along the northern tier. So you can make a line across Highway 2 from Williston, Minot, all the way through that Rugby area and then on into the Grand Forks region. Anywhere north of there will be in the low to mid 40s at best as we go through the peak timing of the day. Look at the north winds punching into northwest parts of Minnesota. So if you are in Hallock or Roseau, Bush, Greenbush, and Badger, a chance for temperatures to really be precipitously falling. We're holding on to 57 degrees, and the warmest weather will still bring some weak south winds here in Richland County and eastern South Dakota, where we'll have a few 70s down there, a few 70s down toward the Twin Cities, including Minneapolis and St. Paul in the mid 70s. Huge temperature drop. Steady to falling temperatures throughout your day, no matter where you are tomorrow, with the highs happening for most of our locations at midnight, with the exception of a few places down in Lakes Country and west central portions of Minnesota. Let me see if I've got any questions as we continue to wind through. Nathan, good to have you on board. Thank you, buddy, for watching. I always appreciate having you on board. Judy says, good evening from Grand Forks. It's wonderful to have the Grand Cities involved here. You'll get that cool blast first in the Grand Cities. Judy, thanks for watching. Leora, Hilaire, same thing for you. Notice 40s by the 5 o'clock hour. As the cold air works its way in. Joyce watching from Langdon, and I got to tell you, let's talk a little bit. No snow, says Christy. This little Wednesday morning shot's going to be nothing. Let me show you about some more significant facts of snowflakes in the forecast for the extended. Hold on, please. I'll get to that here momentarily. Mary says Fergus Falls is faring pretty well today. A beautiful day out there. Brad says hi from Cullum. I'm in Minneapolis for the night. I hope you have a fun night in the cities out there. Will the cities have any rain? Well, this whole system will skirt along the northern tier, as we just showed you. The chance of rain is a lot lower. Now, tonight, there's some nonsense moving into parts of Iowa right now, and those could bring a few showers from the south as we head towards the daybreak hours. Couple more days of riding, says Gary. I know the cruisers, my cars, are sitting there waiting for Hutch to get out there and take them for a little baby ride. So steady to falling temperatures on your Tuesday, rain and thunder in the forecast, and an AM mix up north in northern Minnesota. Most of us are not going to get that. But for you folks in places like near Lake of the Woods, where we have the big warm bodies of water, downstream from them where temperatures are a little bit cooler, we could absolutely see a flake mixing in and a couple of those bands working their way through. I think maybe the Rainy River area and Rainy Lake may have a chance at that as well. Now, as we look at those temperatures, we really cool off. So we're going from near 80 down into the 30s on your Wednesday morning. And then not much of a rebound. More showers in the forecast on your Thursday are in the forecast as well. And then as we go through toward the end of the month, it's beyond this time period where we'll see temperatures steadying out with highs only in the 50s to low 60s. And we'll be hovering with those cold 30s and 40s in the morning. But there is a signature that a few of you have asked me about. Let me show you a snapshot forecast of this. Are you ready? Okay. Do you see it? Okay. The date on this. Tuesday, October the 29th. So not on Halloween. A lot of you said about a Halloween storm. This model, this is the American model, says, oh boy, look out on Halloween. Well, this is 2 days before that. This system works its way in. And it does bring a fair chance of cold air combined with precipitation at the same time. That's that combination we need. And this system will come with its own moisture. So many cold fronts that come out of Canada, like we're going to experience tonight, don't come with their own moisture. They have to make precipitation out of the moisture in the air we have. And guess what? This air is drier than movie theater popcorn without the butter. It's dry. So now as you head into this system, this is a Colorado style low. It scoops air up from the Gulf of Mexico, and if it's slow enough in its exit out of the Rockies, it can bring enough moisture with it to bring some heavy pockets of precipitation, both liquid, as you see in the green, and that other S-word type of precipitation. It looks like right now over the last 2, maybe 3 model runs of this model, it's highlighting this area of the Western Dakotas having a better chance. Does that make sense? Yes. Oftentimes, just subtly elevated terrain out there, a little bit more cool air sliding out of parts of the high country of, well, the western Manitoba and Saskatchewan prairies. That cold air mixes with that moisture that we talked about from the Gulf of Mexico, and it can make some, oh boy, flakes. I will keep you on top of that. Any more questions here? Let's see what we got. Oh no, Jason says, numb, popcorn and butter with the snow. Yeah, you know what? I'll be watching it, and you know where you can get weather information. Speaking of which, I got to thank everybody for uploading photos to hutchesweather.com. Head over to hutchesweather.com, hit that photos button, and check out some of these spooky creatures that we're starting to see here and fro across the valley. Check this out here. Now, this, I think it's a ghost. This one might be more bark than bite. I don't know, but Sherry Barsky's sharing this from the Grand Forks area. Not only were there pumpkins in the trees, but this fairly fuzzy and furry shaped life form, ghost of some sort, saying happy Halloween. Apparently this ghost not typically used to wandering around out in day and sunlight, so shades were required. Thanks, Sherry, for uploading your photo. Again, so many of you sharing fun photos. And this, you know what? We're getting smack dab in the middle of hunting season. Becky says this out in Sharon, North Dakota. Still waiting on that monster buck and waiting and waiting. Tick, 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 tock. Well, it looks like there's or was an adequate supply of some form of hydration there, Becky. Thank you for sharing. All right, now let's take a look at what where you can go to upload your content to hutchesweather.com. And I do want to take 1 minute for those of you sticking around and thank all of my fine sponsors at hutchesweather.com. They're here on the top line. Did you know Slim's Tree Care, one of the very few folks around this entire area that is certified to do tree risk assessment? So if you have a tree that you wonder what's going on, give Slim a call. You can always get Slim's number on hutchesweather.com. Here it is, 701-200-1937. Slim has 25 years of experience. If I'll get my melon out of the way here, and I'm just going to duck off for a minute. Do you see Slim way up there in the top of the tree? He is also not only a certified arborist, but he is a specialized tree climber. So some people have to have trees removed or trimmed that are very close to property that you need to be very careful with. And Slim is one of only a few people that does that as well. So give Slim a call. He can help you. And again, thanks to all of my fine sponsors on hutchesweather.com. You can see the latest on the top. You can track with the real-time radar here anytime, anywhere, the weather that's coming our way as we head into the nighttime hours tonight and first thing in the morning. And by the way, the second round of Hutch's Weather Kid coming up this Thursday. Can't wait to introduce you to this week's winner. For now, I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson, and these frogs in my throat, they're catching up to me. Good thing I bring the water here to help stay hydrated. I got to tell you, I hope you're having a wonderful start to the week. Big time changes are in the offing. I'll have an update a little bit later, but for now, I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson. Thanks for checking in. Check out my website. Let me know what you think here in the comments, and if you use it, let me know what time of day is your favorite time of day to check out hutchesweather.com to get your forecast. Thanks so much for answering my questions. They help me improve Hutch's Weather for you. Have a good evening, and we'll talk again hopefully very soon.